Guys, it's totally Sassy T from the 803. How you guys doing? I am doing good. I am going to do a review on Potomac, and got a little news, a little NeNe news. Okay, according to TMZ, NeNe's son Brent has suffered a heart attack and a stroke. He is just 23 years old. They just recently buried, they had the 1-year anniversary of Greg's death. You know, Greg Leakes died of colon cancer last year at this very time. And now NeNe's son had a heart attack and a stroke at 23 years old. You guys, you just never know. NeNe is going through it. A lot of people look at her and thinks that, you know, NeNe is mean and she's nasty, but when you come down to it, she's been dealing with Greg colon cancer for years, and it just has taken a toll on her. Okay, and being so proudful like she is, it's hard for her to even open up and show that vulnerability of her. Okay, her being vulnerable, and you know, she might think it shows a sign of weakness, but it doesn't. But her son got to the hospital in time, thank God. He was in the hospital for several days. He is now in rehab. This is crazy, y'all. Send up prayers for NeNe. I mean, this has to be, I can't imagine. I can't, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, I don't care. I wouldn't wish this on the worst person in the world. I would not. You know, NeNe's a strong woman, but this right here, it's hard. It's hard. She can deal with the media. She can deal with people talking about her. But when it comes to her husband and her child, this is what breaks you. So, NeNe, if you ever see my video, honey, I'm praying for you, and I hope all is well, okay? In fact, it is all well, okay? Maybe I'm sorry for this. You know, Greg died 1 month after my brother passed, and this was hard. I understand. Trust me, I understand. And I just pray that NeNe is lifted up in prayer. And she's surrounded by people who love her, and they're giving her lots of support, because she's going to need it, and so is her son. I am so sorry, NeNe. So sorry. This is just hard. You know, I just can't imagine. 23 years old, stroke, heart attack, and you know, him and his dad were close. I can imagine that, you know, he's been stressed since he's gone. He's missing him, and it just, you know, it's hard. All right, so you guys, y'all go over and just shadow her with love and prayers, and let NeNe know we're thinking about her, okay? Oh God, it's hard, but we're gonna get to Potomac, okay? We're gonna review Potomac. It starts out with you know, Gizzard and Karen, and if anybody don't know, Karen is my girl, okay? Karen is the grand dame. I love me some Karen Huger. Okay, I'm just gonna be real with you. Karen is my favorite on that show. And it used to be, what's the little pretty girl name? The other girl, she was one of my favorites too. But Karen has always been my favorite from day one. All right, so, but I give her the business too when she's wrong. I do. I give her the business, okay? So anyway, you guys, they're sitting up under the cherry trees in DC at the Cherry Blossom Festival, and they're having a picnic. And I must say, it's refreshing to see Gizzard and Karen getting along. It was very refreshing. It put a smile on my face, because I'm gonna tell y'all, with these two, they can fuss and it's still good. They can be the best of friends, it's still good. Because you know why? Because these two women have mastered TV, reality TV at that. These two women know how far to take it, and they know how far to not take it. Okay, so I'm good with them fussing. I'm good with them friends. I'm serious, because this is just how they are. They know the assignment and they do it very well. Okay, so they're talking about Ashley's divorce, and of course Karen asked Giselle, has she heard? And then Giselle says yes, she has heard, and she said that, you know, in other words, Gizzard was saying, I'm surprised it hadn't come sooner. Okay, and then they flash back to Michael indiscretions. Of course, he has plenty. Michael is a freak. And they talk back and forth, and then Robin comes up, and Robin, I must say, the red is banging on you, sis. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rob Bass, that red looks good. That red brings out your eye color. It just does something. I love it. Okay, and you know, I'm a redhead. I love red hair. I do. I love burgundy red. I love hair. I don't know what it is. I've always loved red hair ever since a child. I think it was because my Aunt Fanny had the prettiest red hair, and I just fell in love with it. Okay, so they get to talking. All three of them are talking about Ashley, of course, and then this conversation moves on over to Mia. And no, let me back up. They are talking about Ashley. Ashley walks up, and they were talking about how she's doing. She looks good. Ashley looks amazing. And Ashley, they were asking her if she's okay, you know, the divorce, and she was like, yes, she's okay. And she said that they wanted to know why, what happened, what precursor this time made her go through with the divorce. And Ashley said, well, you know, I don't drink anymore. Okay. And Gibbs was like, and that's gonna make you get divorced? She said no. She said, and sex hasn't been the best with him. And she said, I told you guys before, she wanted to be monogamous. She didn't want to do the menage a trois thing anymore. And I guess Michael, in my opinion, Michael took it as not right now, but eventually you want to do it again. She said they were in Miami. She said that, you know, a woman was interested in her, and she just did not want to do it. She was not interested in doing that anymore. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Ashley's a little freak. But she's grown up because she has 2 boys, and she doesn't want her name out there like that. So I get it. But Michael Darby is a freakazoid. Okay? He's a freakazoid. He got to get his freak on every time, child. Every time. Whew, I couldn't do it. But anyway, so they shift the gears. Okay? They go to second gear, and they're talking about Mia Thornton. Yes, they talk about Miss Mia. You know, Robin had to bring it up. She said that it was very vague in her wording, and you know, Karen did say she wouldn't have chose that wording, but she said she wouldn't have chose to go to Instagram, period. She would have went to Jesus. And she said that's what she do. She pray. Okay, Miss K, that's what I'm talking about, sis. Tell them who to pray to. And but you know, to each their own. Some people, like, you know, I guess just Gizzard and Rob Bass was like, you know, maybe she was seeking attention, you know, and trying to get her name out there or something, which I mean, it was weird the way Mia put it out there. But if you get a cancer scare, and all these thoughts going through your head, and all you can do is unleash and try to get it out, sometimes what you think you're typing make sense. In all actuality, it does not make sense at all. Okay, so maybe that's the problem. I hope it was. But anyway, and anywho, they was like, well, Karen's like, she wouldn't have used the choice words. They was like, well, I hope she's not faking it, for attention. But that's the first thing Giselle always thinks. People faking things and doing this and doing that. And it's not true. It's not always true. So just stop for now. Okay? And then Karen announces that she's having a spring get-together party. And they're looking at her like, huh? But y'all know Karen come up with some crazy stuff. She tries, bless her heart. She tries. She does, y'all. Karen tries. She does. She has the good idea. It just don't work out like that. But anyway, you guys, so she said she would send out the invitations. And they say, Karen, you know how your invitation go. So she did the little... They just bust out laughing, which is a great scene. I love to see the women getting along. You know what I'm saying? I do. Even though they throw some fun shade at each other, and it's gonna get rough. Cause did y'all notice how the cherry blossoms started out so pretty, and as each scene go, they start to fade. Cause baby, the shade is coming. Okay. Next, and y'all know I don't go in order. Next on the agenda is it's Lil Pow Pow and Chris Bassett. Candy Ann, Lil Pow Pow, Lil Run Up the Mouth, Lil Shade Thrower, honey, all that. That little thing is something serious. Lil Control Freak, yes. She want to control each and every aspect of everybody's life, how people speak, everything. But baby, you can't do that. Can't let people be people. Anyway, they are going to her gynecologist because Candice said that she is so busy with her music career right now and other things that she wants a child, but this is not the right time. Okay, and so she's going to freeze her embryos. All right, okay, and Chris is there with her. So Candice, after they talk to the doctor, Candice decides to talk to Chris about his schedule. Now, the man done went through all hell and back on the internet with Perry from Sherelle's World picking at him about not having a job. Everybody else picking at the man about having a job. Him living off of you. Her mama even picking at the man about not having a job. The man gets a great job, and now you picking at him about the time. Anybody knows, Candice, that if you're a chef, they ain't no telling what time you gonna come home. Okay? That's his profession. Just like singing is your profession. You don't know what time you're gonna finish an act or a tour or anything like that. So whatever you do, don't ask a man to do what you are not willing to do. You're not willing to give up your singing career to have a family, so don't ask him to do that. That is so wrong and so controlling and so childish if I have ever seen it. Okay? Childish. Grow up. The man gotta work. Man don't work, don't eat. Okay? You can't control everything. But anyway, Chris looks like he has had enough of Candice. Chris is like, I'm done. Don't come at me about my time. You know what time it is. Stop. And I mean, he looked like, girl, I'm done. I am so done with you. I'm so sick of you. And she was like, don't cuss at me. Don't effing cuss at me. And then, he's like, just, in other words, just leave me alone. Shut up. And she was like, they kind of ended it off on that foot. Okay. So next is old Lil T, uppercase gums, lowercase t. Okay, Charisse. I don't like Charisse because Charisse always trying to come for Karen, and I don't like it. Some of the stuff Charisse be doing is foul, and I don't like them. I wish they had brought Katie back. I'd rather for Katie to be back than Charisse. They could have left Charisse back where she was. It wasn't like the show was needing somebody. No. Anyway, her and Robin, they're sitting there talking, okay? And they were just asking, catching up on old times. And so Robin tells her that, you know, she asked her about, you know, getting married. Still no date. So she was asking, Robin was asking Charisse about prenups. And Charisse was like, what about her? She's like, she's the person that really don't bring in the majority of the money, get half of what you made. Well, Robin, first of all, let's back this train up. We're gonna back it up. You lost your ex, well, now to be, soon to be husband to be, or whoever he is. You went and lost all this man money. And now you want to come up and say you want a prenup. Girl, if you don't go, you got a nerve. Yes, you have got a nerve. I cannot believe it. Now that you're making a little bit of money, you still broke, but you're making a little bit of money, you think you got enough money for a pre-up? Girl, bye. No, you don't deserve that. You owe one. You owe him, okay? Pay that man his money, then talk about a prenup. Put his money back into his account that you lost. Put it back, deduct child support, and put that money back in there, and then you talk about a prenup, okay? But until you pay that man back his money, shut your mouth, Robin. You sound real foolish right about now. And the one thing I can't agree with Charisse on, if you're married to somebody, it's 50-50, and if you don't do a prenup, yes, if that person is at home taking care of home, raising children, even if they're working, their income might not be as much as yours, they deserve that half. Now, what they don't deserve is if you had money before them. No, ma'am. No soul. No, ma'am. No ham. If you had money before them and millions on top of millions before you met your husband, prenup all day long. Okay? But I just couldn't get over this girl. Ooh, Lord. Robin is something else. So that brings back to Ashley. They are talking about Ashley. And, of course, you know, Charisse was looking at Ashley like Ashley is full of ish. After Robin explained what was going on. And she was like, Ashley ain't getting no divorce. She just looking for attention. Could be. Seemed like it to me. I think she just wanted to be relevant and have a storyline, in my opinion. Next is Wendy Osefo. She meets up with Peter Thomas at his bar 1. Peter seems to be doing very good these days, y'all. Peter Thomas, you on top, baby. Wendy heard that Peter, she was wanting to open up a Jamaican style vibe bar, and Peter had overheard her talking about it and say he would want to invest. Excuse me, y'all. God. That was so rude. That he would like to invest. So they sit down, they talk about it. This fool gonna bring up, I would like to have books and from like 2 to 4 and bring the children. Wendy, what are you talking about? You drinking, smoking? What's wrong with you? You ain't gonna get my babies up in no lounge talking about book hour with liquor and all this music and different stuff playing around. Are you crazy? Wendy, book smart ain't got a lick of common sense. Couldn't nobody pay you to have common sense. Goodness. Anyway, Peter looked at her like, no, that ain't gonna work, sis. This not what we do. No, that ain't gonna work. Shut her down real quick. And she was talking about, well, how much it's gonna cost, because you know Eddie is not on board for it. Eddie's like, you is not gonna break me. I'm tired of being broke. We just now getting to a point where we can enjoy life. Nah, you know, in my opinion, allegedly. And so he was like, well, since this is the first time you ever done anything, you'll be 20%, and you'll be 20% owner and you would have to put down 20% of $1.5 million, because that's exactly what it's going to cost. 18 to 24 months, you should see revenue. But you know, this is a big business, but you're going to lose. That's the first 2 years of any type of business, you're not going to see too much profit unless it's just a demand. But you still gotta you got overhead and all this stuff, so you gotta be business minded to work one of these. But anyway, she was like, well, how much you think? And he was like, $300,000. And she was like, woo, that's right, keep drinking your water, sis, because you ain't got the coins. Okay, you just now paid off them student loans. If they paid off, so sis, you ain't got the coins. It's all right. Anyway, next. Oh, so Gizzard is talking to the twins. They are growing up, and those are some beautiful little girls, but they were dressed like old women. Y'all are about to be 16. Y'all need to. It's time to. Anyway, Gizzard goes in her closet, pull out that unholy wardrobe. Oh my Lord. Gizzard, get you a stylist. What in the... Anyway, even the girls are like, no, mom, no. And she pulled out this flower thing, and it was better than whatever was on there. And then that confessional look. Oh God. Candice's confessional look. Oh God, how dreadful. Ugh. Candice, sis. That ain't the look for you, baby. Karen looked good. She did. Robin looked good. She did. Ashley looked good. She did. Anyway, they're talking about that, and they get a FaceTime from Robin, of course, and she's talking about the spring, and then it flashes back. They all laughing because of the way Karen sent the invitation. It was real tacos, and I don't know what that was saying, but whatever it was a bunch of jibber jabbers, and I could do nothing but laugh. Karen and her antics with these invitations. Says, just send a paper invitation, say y'all invited. But anyway, they getting dressed, and it pops over to Mia. Mia is having like a little family get together. Mia looks like she has lost some weight. She's very slim in the face compared to last year, and they have moved to Potomac. Now, what don't make sense to me is, why are you renting when y'all have all this money? You can buy a house. I cannot rent a house that's gonna cost me more. It could be into my house. I mean, unless they're gonna buy the house they're in. I mean, and then she said she did renovations. I'm not renovating nobody's house unless it's mine. Okay? Nuh-uh. I would have got up in there and I would have said, this gonna do until I decide to buy me a house. This is crazy to me. I just don't understand it. But anyway, her mom asked how she's doing, and Mia says that she's, okay. She still has the lump. She's still, healing from the lumpectomies in her lungs. Come to find out, she said that she has lumps all throughout her body, okay? And the one they found was, I guess, near her lungs and breast. They biopsied that one. From my understanding, she's still waiting on the results. So Karen, she shows up, she tells Mia, the girls have a concern and this and that, and she said that they want to sit down and talk and get there, for her to clear it up, because it's a lot of misconceptions going on. And then Giselle's there in her flower basket, child, looking like I can't, anyway. And then of course, Eskel is there looking pretty. Robin is there. Then Eddie and 4 Degrees show up. They all greet one another, and then 4 Degrees go over to flower basket and try and tell her, speak to her, try to be cordial, and she's like, don't touch me. Okay, bye. And then Giselle's like, girl, you tried to ruin my whole family for a whole year, and you expect me to touch you and you talk to me? It ain't like that. Not with Giselle Bryant. Okay, Gizzard. But it's okay for you to go and talk about her husband cheating, you and Robin, and putting false narratives out there. Yeah, you did. You did that. You did it. So, an eye for an eye, sis. Eye for an eye. If I was, I wouldn't even extended a hello. I would have kept on rocking like you ain't there. Sneezed when I walked by you. Achoo! Because you look like a big thing of flowers in a bucket. Okay? But anyway, it goes on to Ashley is over her family's house. Okay? They pull up. Lil Dean is so cute, y'all. He is getting so big. And Lil Dylan he looked just like Ashley. And Dean looked just like his daddy. I'm telling you, they are cute. So her Uncle Lump was asking her how is it going. She says fine, that her and Michael have looked at a house, and her uncle's like, what? Oh, you getting divorced or y'all staying? She said, we're gonna buy a house, but we're gonna put it up on the LLC. It's still gonna be in one of your name, and you're still gonna be together. And she was like, yeah, but we're just going to be, he was like, no, you need a lawyer, so this man cannot control every aspect of your life. And I agree. Actually, girl, if you're going to at least get a storyline done, at least had your stuff together. Ashley ain't get no darn divorce from Michael. She used to being kept, and Michael keeps her. Honey, be kept. Be kept. Both of y'all can cheat. He don't care, you don't care. Both of y'all cheat. Just be kept. Don't even get divorced. Just stay together. Because both of y'all do your thing. Just do your thing, honey. And then come together. And then she gonna tell Karen that she had her coochie was craving Michael. Ew. And she said, yeah, now, it gives us like, if you sleep together, the whole year starts over. And she's like, oh no, we ain't slept together. But anyway, you guys, it was a great scene. It was a great start. I really enjoyed Potomac. It was a great start. It was refreshing to see people getting along. They go to the dinner, okay? And the spring into spring. I don't know what Karen said, but whatever my girl said, it was beautiful. She had that place. She had it set up. It was gorgeous. They all arrived, like I said before. And what tickled me was when Gizzard confronted Mia about her cancer scare. And Mia was like, well, Gizzard was telling Mia, it seems like you were looking for a, she didn't think Mia was the type to want attention, but the way she put out her thing on Instagram, like she was attention seeking. And then when Mia walked up, y'all, Gizzard said, oh, is this what cancer, not cancer, looks like? That was mean. That was mean. Okay, Gizzard? That was nasty. And whatever you got after that, you got. Okay? But you don't care because you just that psychotic and sociopathic. But that was nasty. That was low for you. That was low. Okay? And Mia better than me, baby, because you would have got it. Okay? That bucket of flowers would have been dumped. But anyway, Mia's like, what are you talking about? And then she explained. She said, yes, I got she said, I literally was talking and crying with my best friend, but then it showed her laughing with her best friend. Okay, Mia. Whatever. And she said that the doctor said that she had lumps throughout her body and that it looks like lymphoma, which when you do have lumps like that, that's what lymphoma looks like. So, she said that she had been in and out of the hospital, still having tests, and still tests are being ran. So, for you to insinuate that, on my note, on the end of this video, she said, F you, Giselle. F you. Giselle's like, with that moon face. Giselle, Brian, please. You need to get better with what you do when it comes to shading other people about their health. Because when people come at you about your legs being all swollen and stuff, you get offensive. So, honey, be careful. Because when you poke them fingers, one come back at you. Okay? Every single time, my dear. Every time. 1 or 2, 3, 4 come back at you. All right? So, you guys, this was a good start for Potomac. I enjoyed it. It was refreshing from what we've been watching on Love and Marriage, because honey, Love and Marriage is stressful and gave me a headache. But anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about this review of Love and Marriage. Housewives of Potomac, baby. Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Hit the like button, share below, comment below, and you guys remember, keep NeNe and her son and her entire family in your prayers. Thank you. I will see you later. Bye-bye.